Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sam. Today, I'll be doing another episode of Sam Talks, the weekly series where I talk about whatever I want to talk about, or whatever you leave in the comments below. Today, I'll be doing a topic question, or a topic comment, should I say. And today, the topic is going to be about America versus Canada. Right, okay, I kind of had a brain fart there. So, it is Minecrafter John, or Rage with Friends, that left this comment, and I will be using his comment. So, go check out his channel. He does some really cool stuff there. I'm sure you guys would enjoy it. Alright, so League of Legends gameplay in the commentary, as you probably see there. It's pretty generic at this point. Alright, let's get going. So, America versus Canada. I'm a Canadian to start off with, so if I sound kind of biased on the Canadian side, that's why, but I am not. It's very hard to not be biased, so bear with me on that. Alright, let's start off with the main points. They both have different histories, very different histories. Let's start off with Canada. Canada got its independence from the British very passively. They were like, yo, England, can we have our country to ourselves? And like, yeah, sure, here. And they just tossed them the Confederation. Or not the Confederation, but whatever. They just tossed them the independence. They just kind of gave it to them. They're like, whatever, we don't care anymore. You guys were cool, but now I guess you're not cool enough to be in the British Empire. We're still a part of the British Empire, like the Commonwealth, but we are an independent nation now. Okay, now that's how we differ from America in the first part. America, what they had to do is they had to have a war for independence. So what they had to do was they had the War of Independence, where the Americans fought the British for independence of their country, and they actually ended up winning, and they got their country to themselves. That is why the U.S. is like that today. Now, why am I talking about that? Because that is where we differ on the main part. That, I think, is why Americans are so proud to be American, and that's why we kind of lose on that patriotism. You can obviously see that Americans are very patriotic, and I wholeheartedly support that. If you want to be patriotic to your country, go for it. That's awesome. And I think that's why, because of this War of Independence, they had to fight for their independence. We kind of just got it. We were like, yo, can we have independence now? Question mark. And they were like, yeah, here, just have it. So that's, I think, why one of the big reasons that they're very that the Americans are very patriotic, and I support that. I think that's really cool. Next, different political views. Here in Canada, we have a 4 main party system. We have the Conservatives, we have the Liberals, we have the NDP, so the New Democrats, and we have also the Green Party. In the U.S., they have 2 main parties. They have the Democrats and the Republicans. How it works here is that the Conservatives are complete right, like the Republicans, and the Democrats are like the Liberals here, so they're a little bit left. And then we have the NDP. That's how it differs. The new Democrat Party, they are complete left, so they are very socialist. Now, I think that's very different because actually something really cool happened last elections, that the New Democrats took power from the minority. So they took the minority power, or the offensing, what do they call it? The party that fights the main party. So the Conservatives were already in first, but then the Liberals were in second. But the Liberals lost their second place spot to the NDP, which would never happen in the U.S. The U.S., it's always first and second for the 2 parties. Here we have a really big 3-party system. The Green Party, okay, they've got 1 place, but we kind of forget about them. But we do have kind of a 3-party system right now. We have the Liberals, the Conservatives, and the NDP. So it's kind of different when it comes to election times. I'm a big fan of politics, so I really follow this kind of stuff, but a lot of people don't care, so whatever. All right, next, we have very different beliefs. Here in Canada, gay marriage is legal, for instance. In the U.S., it isn't. We have a few different policies that differ, but mostly, like in the U.S., there's 2 states where weed is legal. That, too, is different than here in Canada, where it's illegal everywhere. But, yeah, so we have kind of different beliefs in that way, too. Like, for instance, gun control is much weaker in the U.S. than it is here. Here, it's very hard to have a gun. In the U.S., for instance, let me think here. There's one more big point. I guess those are the 3 main ones: gay marriage, marijuana, and guns. Those are the big 3 ones right now. Those are the big 3. The big 3 big points that people argue about. So, yeah, that's how they kind of differ in those views. Also, there's military might, of course. Canada's army is not the strongest, for sure. We don't have a very big army because we don't really need one. That's the fact. But the U.S. has the largest military in the world. So they kind of keep us protected because they're there with their huge military, and they're pretty happy to do it since we do help them out a lot with our natural resources. I should probably talk about that too. Both countries have a lot of natural resources, except Canada's got a lot of fish and a lot of wood, and the US is much more oil and like a lot of agricultural stuff. We also have a lot of agricultural stuff here, but the US is a lot of oil and minerals and stuff. All right, and then finally, something that I think is really cool is that we have had a friendship. The Canada and the U.S. have had a friendship for ever since, what is it, the Civil War? That's when they kind of had the treaty, and then we've been friends ever since. So we've been allies ever since. The U.S. protects Canada, and it's been really good. It's been a really cool agreement between the Canada and U.S., and I think that's really great. So yeah, I want to finish off this video by tagging Minecrafter John with this. I want you to talk about this subject as well. I want to see you talk about this from a American standpoint. Do the video however you want, any format you want. I just want to see you, John, do it. This is a challenge to you. Make a video like this, and I want to see your standpoint. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. I don't care, but I'm just giving you a challenge. Go for it. Make this video. I want to see what it's like from your standpoint. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. As always, if you leave a like and subscribe, I'd much appreciate it. Let's aim for 3 likes on this video. Yeah, that'd be great. All right, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.